and welcome to our YouTube channel. As you know that in last video we have started that unit number 2, that is the sound of music, and this unit is divided into two parts. So we are dealing with first part, that is the life of Evelyn. Evelyn Gilani listened to sound without hearing it. Let me revise something, that Evelyn is a girl and she cannot hear and she cannot just hear that music. Then even she had interest in music, so she just started feeling music using her body parts. So we have done up to paragraph number 3. Now I am going for paragraph number 4, and while you watch this video, please keep this book with you so that it will be easier for you to understand everything. So I am reading that paragraph number 4. She never looked back from that point onward. So she was very determined and she didn't look back after that performance. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16. When she was 16 years old, she just started giving that performance on stage with orchestra. She had decided to make music her life, and it was her decision to make music the only music in her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the academy. And she auditioned for the Royal Academy, which was really a privilege for any girl of 16 years, and that girl who didn't have any kind of that ear quality, or we can say she was not able to listen anything. Then even she had given audition for that Royal Academy. Audition word I have written here. Audition means gave a short performance so that director could decide whether she was good enough or not. So she had given that audition for Royal Academy, and she gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performance. So up to this, what happened? She was doing that performance in orchestra group. After that, she has decided to give solo performance. Means she decided to give performance alone, and she started giving her single performance without the help of orchestra. At the end of her 3 years course, she had captured most of the top awards, and when she was 19 years old, at that time she captured most of the awards in her side. Number 5 paragraph I am reading here, and for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. Means she didn't have that kind of pride and arrogance in her behavior, while though she was so successful, and she didn't behave like that. If you work hard and know where you are going, you'll get there. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some thousands instruments and hectic international schedule. So it was her thought that she just told that if you know where you are going and if you have idea about that direction, then no one can stop you. That she has given, and after that what happened? She worked very hard and she became talented person. Not a 1, 2 but 1,000 instruments she could play at a time, and that timetable, or we can say her schedule became very hectic as she just started giving international performance. Hectic means, here we have written that hectic means very busy. So see, sought after, the meaning is given here, which is not given in your book. Sought after means desired, popular. Means she was so popular that she had hectic schedule and she had international programs for her side. Number 6 I am reading here. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. And when we see Evelyn by performing, at that time we didn't get any idea that she couldn't even listen. So here we got one word, that is intriguing. Intriguing means fascinating and curious. It was so attractive, it was so fascinating, it was so curious to see every year to do performance. In our 2 hours discussion, she never missed a word. So here when interviewer was taking interview of her, at that time she was so keen, she was so curious, she didn't miss a single word during the interview. Man with bushy beards give me trouble, and she just told by this line in light manner that man with bushy beard give me trouble. Bushy means hair growing thickly, means a man with that thick mustache give her trouble, and she started laughing. It is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt, and it was not only his lips, but his whole face, her whole face, her eyes, all the things were very expressive when she just started speaking about that. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. Lilt means the way of speaking, and she was so natural, she was so flawless in Scottish language. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. And she told that her speech was so clear because she could hear when she was 11 till she was 11 years old. But that doesn't explain how. She says, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. It means she knew Japanese language and French language too. Students, here we have ended paragraph number 6. You have some time to note down this thing. After that we go for new words. Please note down this. Okay, now we have another words. In paragraph number 6, we get 2 new words, that is flawlessly. It means without a fault or mistake. And another word we get is lilt, that is a way of speaking. Here they are talking about his Scottish language. Paragraph number 7, I am reading. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. As we know that she couldn't hear, so that music was there in each and every part of her body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. So here we have that another word, that is force, and here we have the meaning of force is flow. Another word we got is tingles. Tingles means causes a slight pricking or stinging sensation. So here she explained that it pours, it means here music pours in through each and every part of her body. It tingles means it causes sensation in the skin and the cheekbones and even hair. Means each and every part of her body including hair just can feel music. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into the fingertips. And when she was playing, when she plays xylophone, at that time she can feel that vibration, that vibration and the music is passing through the fingers of her. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. And while she plays that drums, at that time she can feel the resonance of that drums. Resonance means that the sounds or echoes of that drums in her whole body. Here we get one word, that is resonance. It means echoes of sounds. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration pass through her bare feet and up her legs. And when she just does that performance on the wooden platform, at that time what does she do? She just removes her shoes so that she can feel that vibration through his bare feet. On page number 20, you have some time to notice this thing. Please note down this thing. Here we have these words, that is flawlessly lilt, pause, tingles and resonance. See, some of the words are given in your book and some are not given, so it should be noted down. Now page number 20. Paragraph number 8. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audience. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philanthropic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. So, it is the journey of Evelyn, and no doubt, we don't have any doubt that she just delights her audience. In 1991, she got this prestigious award, Soloist of the Year award. Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award, says master percussionist James Bland, who just taught her everything. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. This is the line we have on the starting point of the lesson, that God has taken that hearing power of Evelyn, but God has given her something extraordinary power. What we hear, she feels, and that is the motto of her life. What we hear, she feels that. And this gives her victory in each and every performance, far more deeply than any of us. And she feels very deeply than us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. And in paragraph number 7, as she herself told that she has had the determination to make music the center of her life. So that gives her that beautification of her life. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. So here we get this word, that is workaholic. So she has this kind of spirit in her mind, and that's why we can say that she is workaholic. Workaholic means a person who finds it difficult to stop working. A person who finds it difficult to stop working. Or in other words, we can say that a person who just involves himself or herself into work is called workaholic. So here our Evelyn confessed that she is something like workaholic kind of person. I have just got to work often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. So enormous means very huge. Means she had that hectic schedule and she had many works, and reward she got is very huge reward she got in her work. Apart from the regular concert, Evelyn also gives free concert in prisons and hospitals. She was not doing everything as the sake of money. She gave her performance in prison and hospitals at free of cost. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians, and she is interested in teaching music to young musicians. And Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is shining inspiration for deaf children, and she is interested in deaf children. So this, and Richlin himself told that she is the source of inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go, and as we all know that we don't just accept this kind of physically disabled people in our society, but Evelyn is interested in teaching music to this deaf kind of people. Evelyn Galani has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. So she just accomplished everything, nearly impossible task which we can't even imagine. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. And as we know that she can play thousands of musical instruments, and which we hear she can feel, and the sheer determination and that strong willpower just gives her moving ahead. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, and she has become that source of inspiration and source of motivation for those people who are handicapped, who cannot even hear, who cannot even speak, and who just already has given up in their life. People who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And by looking her doing performance solely in the stage, people just get motivation, and people start thinking that if Evelyn can do this, we can also. So this way people get motivation by just seeing her performing on the stage. She has given enormous pleasure to millions, and by performing that kind of performance on the stage, she just gives enormous pleasure to millions, and this way she became that motivation for those deaf kind of people. So this is the life of Evelyn Galani, in which we also get that inspiration from her life. Here you have these two words to note down. Please note down this. So this is our Evelyn and her life. Right now she is, I think, 57 or 58 years old. You can Google it out for more information about her, and I have given the name of that autobiography of her, so you can get more information through that book even. Now it's time to give you homework, and your today's homework is you have to write these new words in your book. So this first part of Evelyn's life we have completed. Now in next video we'll go for second part of Bismillah Khan, and we will meet again in next video. Till then, take care. Thank you.